Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you my country. Some of you have been there, others heard about it from internet, from friends who traveled, but still there are people, I think, in this room who hear the name of the state for the first time. So I will do a short introduction on behalf of the land itself. Hello, my name is Kyrgyzstan. It is a Turkic word and means the land of 40 tribes. It might sound very impressive, but my population is only 5 million people. But I have two big cities. They are Bishkek, the official capital city, and Osh, the southern capital city. And they both lie in the most densely populated areas, Chu Valley and Fergana valleys. Bishkek is famous for its wide avenues and numerous statues of famous people, like, for example, Mr. Lenin. He is a very respectful man in our country. You can see his monuments everywhere. Osh is the second Mecca. Thousands of pilgrims come every year to the holy mountain of Suleiman, praying and asking for health. Its colorful bazaars is an attraction for everybody. I have 4 wonderful neighbors. They are Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and China. Quite often people coming to Central Asia visit all 5 of them. But this is not my topic, this is not what I'm going to speak about right now. I better tell you about myself, what you can see when visiting me. For example, nomads. Yes, we still have nomads. There are people living in the yurts. This is an ancient traditional nomadic dwelling made of wooden carcass and covered with felt carpets. If you like it, I will have a word with the local nomads and they will let you stay with them in one of these yurts. And an important remark, some companies set touristic yurt camps at the lake, and in season 2014 we're going to improve it so it will be a luxury yurt camp with a pile of warm blankets for everybody, with beds, nice clean facilities, and of course the food that we serve will be traditional, like shorpo soup, kurdak, beshparmak, oromo, very tasty. The pictures show you the beautiful landscapes. This is really the place where you can get lost from the whole world, from everyday problems. And nomads can be seen also in other places. Oh, this is, by the way, Tashrabat Caravanserai. Nomads live there as well. The official version says that this construction is a caravanserai, which goes back to the 14th century. But some people say that it was a prison for the slaves who worked on the silver mines. And the third group of scientists says that it was... No, I don't tell you now. You come and discover yourself. Let it be a small secret for you. But still, it's a breathtaking place. And also I have other ruins and other places that are left from the Great Silk Road times. Oh, this was a great year. I loved the times. This was when caravans used to pass along the 3 roads. Unfortunately, I'm very mountainous. No other possibilities, only 3 big roads. You can see right now. And the towns rose up and fell under the attacks of stronger empires like Mongols, the Karakhanids. The Karakhanids brought Islam, built Balasagin town, which is now the place to visit. Burana Tower, mausoleums and a small museum are quite interesting to pay your attention to. These are the mausoleums, by the way. The Khan of the Khans, Genghis Khan, passed by leaving a number of ruins, sorrow and grief, earning fame and power for himself. But now I'm speaking only about the northern part of the country. Tian Shan mountains all the time. Please don't get the idea that the southern part is less interesting. No, no, no. For example, in the Pamir mountain system, the tribes inhabiting this corner are very friendly and hospitable. And let me show you my dear babushki. Pay your attention to the video. When visiting them, I feel like being at home. They cook my breakfast, they tell me wise words, and they demonstrate the traditional clothing which they still wear on special occasions. They demonstrate also traditions and rituals like seeing off the bride into the groom's house, welcoming the bride in the groom's house, putting the baby into the cradle for the first time, cutting off the ropes when the baby starts walking. These rituals are accompanied by singing and praying. This is where you really touch the culture. And of course, there are other places to visit. For example, the petroglyphs. These are the stone inscriptions from the Scythian times, 1st millennium BC. And here I stop again because I want you to have something to discover. I want some mystery, some secret to be left. I will let you discover it yourself when you come visiting. And the easiest one is to join a fixed departure dates tour, which you can find here on the table. But what I can promise you for sure, you will be surrounded by amazing views, various landscapes, and the places of pristine nature. Like Tian Shan mountain system, its 7,000 plus peaks, Khan-Tengri, the most beautiful in the world, and Pobeda, or victory, the most difficult to summit in the world. Merzbacher Lake, one of a kind in the world, it gathers its water the whole year and it loses it within an hour. Of course, we cannot predict when it happens, leaving huge icebergs on Inilchek Glacier surface, which is the longest glacier of this mountain system. The best way to explore it is to go on a trekking route. By the way, there are also guaranteed departure dates for the trekking routes. And we have fixed tent camps during the whole summer to make this journey more convenient and pleasant. Of course, it will be also cheaper. Just think, you don't carry any tents, any kitchen utensils, any food, and everything every evening are warmly welcomed with a prepared sleeping place and hot dinner, hot breakfast to start the new day in good mood. The same system, a number of fixed tent camps I offer along the trekking routes in Terskei Alato, 3 gorges next to Karakol town, and in Karavshin Gorge, which is my southern part. The biggest fixed tent camps are at the foot of highest peaks, one in Tian Shan Mountains, another in the Pamirs. But please don't think that they are available only for professional alpinists, for trekkers, and have nothing to do with you. No, you're wrong. They are companies who offer helicopter excursions to the base camp at the foot of Khan-Tengri. Just think, you are on an educational tour, enjoying the historical sites and hot temperatures, wearing bikini on the beach of Isiku Lake, and just in some few minutes you are in a helicopter flying over the magnificent peaks right into the heart of Tian Shan. In some 40-45 minutes it lands in the world of ice and snow, a fairy tale. You can see the ground under your feet because there is no ground. There are 200 meters of ice underneath. Khan-Tengri Peak and Pobeda are around. Climbers and tents. This is the world you can see on a huge tour. This is world you see only with me. When flying a helicopter, we see how the altitude changes. Less and less green, more and more white colors. Merzbacher Lake, which normally you can see only when trekking for more than a week. And this is all just in one day. Well, for those who want it to be less extreme and those traveling from China to Uzbekistan in the south, I can suggest visiting Lenin Peak. Here it is. This is the same area as my favorite Alai Babushkas. Some 2 hours up into the mountains, into the Pamirs, we reach base camp at the foot of Lenin Peak. You might get there only at darkness, of course, but just imagine, you wake up in the morning, on the way from your warm tent with a comfortable bed to the canteen with hot delicious breakfast, you stop astonished with the view opening in front of you. Lenin Peak is there. The dream of many alpinists, the easiest 7,000er. Moreover, it is perfect overnight possibility for the travelers before crossing the borders to China or to Tajikistan. Did you know, by the way, that in Soviet times the alpinists who have summited 7,000 plus peaks had a very, very prestigious title, Snow Leopard. Of course, they get it only if they summit all of them really up to the top. And this tradition is still alive. You might see one of them in our base camp. Finally, to finish my speech about the adventures on our journey, I would like to add that there are a new trekking route being opened in season 2014, Karavshin Valley. We call it Asian Patagonia. With the fixed tent camps, it becomes available for everybody. Many people come for a tour and want to make it maximum educational, maximum informative, and discover as much as possible. So I can see Here are some people who recommend other people traveling and visiting me and organize such trips. They can add demonstration of felt carpets production, demonstration of golden eagle hunting, boat cruise, or famous folklore. Here should be some sound.
From this video, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, sound there?
And we can make tours more interesting. For example, including a fashion show. Yes, there are a number of famous designers combining traditional ornaments with modern designs, and they tell you about the meaning of each embroidery and the use of textiles. We can include visiting an Uyghur Dungan family with noodle making for lagman dish or manti, which is a type of dumplings. You can visit a local family and learn a lot about their everyday life. See their children dancing and singing for you. We can walk with a local car, see her choosing berries and making jam, or baking bread, one type of it you can try today, borsaks, or flatbread, lipyoshka, or try grilled lamb on a skew, which is also possible at Isyk Lake. We will include visits to different families, as Kyrgyzstan is inhabited by Kyrgyz, Kazakhs, Russians, Uzbeks, Germans, and Dungans. Instead of eating in the restaurants, we will get closer to the culture. We will get closer to the people inhabiting my territory. And what I missed when I was speaking about the Great Silk Road, not so many people know that it was opened thanks to my horses. Yes, true. Don't laugh, please. In year 138 BC, a Chinese emperor sent an ambassador to bring him the heavenly horses of Tianshan, who sweat with blood. The man came back and he reported, yes, their horses are really beautiful. They are wonderful, they are strong. But blood isn't because of the sweat. It is because of the insects' bites. He has also brought other information. The women inhabiting this territory, the women of the local tribes, are beautiful. But they do not decorate themselves and wear only rough woolen clothes. Their food is plain, no spices are used. So why don't we offer them some silk and spices? So the Silk Road starts. But coming back to the horses, they are still in very good shape and win every racing held in Central Asia. They get first or second places every year. We can spend a day in the local Kyrgyz family who breed these horses, see them cooking traditional rice dish pilav, borsaks, and of course learning more about the horses. Also, two important remarks. You are welcome to the 3rd International Marathon held in May 2014, Run the Silk Road, which takes place at Isyk Lake, or Run Peak Lenin in summer. This event is okay, I also don't tell you all the details. You can contact me and get more information. I was speaking for several minutes already. I'm sorry I was too immodest, too detailed. Just keep in mind that I'm waiting for you and you don't even need any visa. I talked to my government. They decided my guests can travel in freely. And I say, Korush Koncho, see you soon in my country. Now please pay attention to short video, The Heart of Asia, and thanks for your attention.
Kyrgyzstan is a combination of harmony and purity of nature, mountaintops in the skies of 1,000 mountain lakes and raging rivers. In the Chronicle of World History, the Kyrgyz are described as one of the most ancient peoples which held high the banner of the great culture of nomads. The Kyrgyz are one of the main peoples of ancient history, moving from the east to the west and from the west to the east. In the most ancient times, the Kyrgyz occupied a leading place. In their time, they founded a great Kyrgyz Khaganate. In the north, Kyrgyzstan borders with Kazakhstan. In the west and the northwest, Uzbekistan. In the southwest, Tajikistan, and in the south and southeast, China. The length of the border of Kyrgyzstan is 4,503 kilometers. Its total area is 198,500 square kilometers. 94% of the territory of the country is mountainous. The average height above sea level is 2,750 meters. Some of the highest mountains in the world, Peak Pabyeda, Khan Tengri, and Lenin Peak, are in Kyrgyzstan. Its stocks of pure water are some of the finest in the world. A special pride of Kyrgyzstan are fine, high mountainous lakes, Sarachilek, Chaturkul, and Isikkul, known to the world as the Pearl of Kyrgyzstan. A special point of natural beauty is the unique walnut forest of Arslanbab. Kyrgyzstan, a democratic country, declared its independence in 1991. The capital is Bishkek. The population of Kyrgyzstan is over 5 million people. It is a multinational state. The bases of the economy of Kyrgyzstan are agriculture, hydroenergy, mining, mineral processing, and manufacturing. Its liberal legislative base fosters an attractive investment climate, and its tax policy facilitates development. Kyrgyzstan is exceptionally well endowed with mineral deposits. It attracts investors from all over the world, and mining is considered one of the main supports of the economy of Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan takes one of the first places in the world in gold reserves. International experts have praised the laws on investment adopted by the country. Kyrgyzstan is an attractive and favorable country for investments in every respect. Kyrgyzstan, as a country of unique environmental conditions and of monuments of ancient culture, creates an outstanding opportunity for tourism development. The interest of the world tourism is attracted by the pride of Kyrgyzstan, Suleiman Tau, the sacred mountain, and the historical complexes of Uzgen and Burana, which are considered as standards of the ancient culture of the Karakhanids. These are all entered on the World List of Material Heritage of UNESCO. Many ancient monuments of culture and mankind's civilization are found in Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan is the center of a great culture. Incomparable with anything in the world, the oral poetic epic Manas was recognized by the United Nations as a world spiritual treasure of mankind in 1995. The 1000th anniversary of this epic was celebrated by the whole world in that year. The yurt, the Kyrgyz dwelling, takes a special place in the history of the civilization of mankind, created by the genius of the Kyrgyz and known today to the whole world. Kyrgyzstan, homeland of great mountains. Its unique quality is that cultures of different religions have existed and prospered in the territory of our country. There was an era when the main artery of the Great Silk Road passed through our beautiful land. Kyrgyzstan is a surprising country comprising the cultural riches of the whole world. Kyrgyzstan is a country with a big future. Welcome to the heart of Asia, to the country of great mountains and great culture.